Seems like we got a gnarly storm rolling in here. But I do have not only one, but 2 and 3 private lakes, so can't be that bad, right? Hey, I got a friend that just pulled in. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Stuff and Things. Woke up at the rest area from the previous episode. We are in southern Alabama right now. I'm not really sure what town we're close to. But today, we're going to be taking the SATvan to a state that it's never been in before. I used to live here, Florida. Well, I have officially made it to Florida, and by my initial impression, just looking out at the beach here, it is beautiful in this section of the Gulf Coast. I'm a little bit east of Destin, which is probably where I will spend the night tonight, and it's still pretty early. It's only 11 a.m., so I have all day to sort of relax and chill on the beach. I found some public parking right now, and I completely closed up the van, so hopefully it won't get too hot in here. It's pretty warm right now. It's about 88 degrees outside, maybe a little bit hotter than that. Now, excuse me while I put my main camera down and I go to check out this beach. Woo! Alright, we just fast forwarded to 4 o'clock in the afternoon already. I haven't eaten lunch yet, so I swung by Walmart and I picked up a salad. I also got a few more things to cook dinner in here later tonight. Where am I going to be? Where am I going to cook? I don't know. We're going to figure that out later. Right now, though, I moved west a little bit and I am at Henderson Beach State Park. There's a state park in the middle of like all of these beaches here, and it was paid parking. It looks like a normal state park, so I just pulled up here in the middle of like this metropolis of Destin area, and I'm gonna eat a late lunch real quick. Oh, I got a hat. Check this out. Yeah, dude. Beach hat. Boom. It's a good look, right? Tie-dye AC/DC shirt from Unclaimed Baggage in Alabama. Straw hat. It's a good look. Well, that was a lot of beach for someone who doesn't like the beach. That was like a full day of just sitting out there by myself. It's not quite the same when you don't have someone with you or like a group of friends, but when it's the Emerald Coast and the water looks like that and the sand is just looks like that, it's just white. It's kind of hard to not just sit back and relax for a little bit. I feel like that's going to be the theme for the next couple of videos. We are in Florida now. I'll probably end up moving over to Mobile, Alabama. Mississippi has a coastline as well, and that will take me all the way down into Louisiana eventually. But we're staying in Florida for now. I'm actually going to do something a little bit different tonight. I downloaded this app called Boondocking. For those of you who don't know what boondocking is, basically it's just like off-grid camping. It's parking in a place where there's no electricity or water. Technically parking in like a Walmart parking lot is a form of boondocking. Basically it's just finding a place to park and camping out for the night, but doing it sort of like inconspicuously. So I found a place on this app which is just north of here. I actually drove right through here this morning in Blackwater River State Park. I located a pin on there and then I found it again on Google Maps. Let's see how far it is. It's only an hour and 6 minutes. That will put us at about 6:30, 7 o'clock or so. I kind of want to get in there before the state park closes. All of the campgrounds around here, including Blackwater River State Park campgrounds, are all completely booked up. So what I'm going to try to do is boondock in there without being noticed. I don't know if it's illegal. I tried to find some information. We're just gonna go for it, and hopefully it will end up being a good night. Might be kind of interesting as well. We got 1 hour and 6 minutes to go, 55 miles northwest. We're starting to head west, and that's what I'm excited for on this trip.
Head west.
All right, quick change of plans. I was rolling up to Blackwater State Park and it started getting gnarly outside, and if you can tell by my inverter, I'm plugged into power right now. Let me explain this a little bit. We're gonna check out that boondocking spot tomorrow. So this is where the van is gonna be parked tonight, and there's legit like no one else here. This is the like weirdest place that I've found so far on this trip, but it's also really cool. I was on my way to that boondocking spot and I saw signs for Joe's Blackwater camping RV slash canoe slash like recreation area, and this is it. I was able to pull the van in here. I still have to level it out before this storm hits, but check it out. I got power, I got water, I got pretty much everything I need right here, and really no one around here at all. So at this Joe's Blackwater place, there's a bunch of ponds around here, just like this right here. Supposedly they're fresh water, and there's also canoes right here. A guy named Ben came out and led me in that like sandy road there. There was actually like a creek crossing, which I will show you guys on the way out, I guess tomorrow morning. So there's like no office here. I just handed him 40 bucks for the electricity that I'm gonna use tonight, and that was it. He was on his way. So it's just like super strange, but also really cool at the same time. Ben told me that I could use these canoes if I wanted to. He said the paddles are in them, which they are. I wonder if this water is cold. No, super warm. He said they are sand bottom though, and you can swim in them if you want. So I guess I could go swimming if I felt like it. It's not very often you come across places like this, and it's super cool. I definitely dig it. Now time to level the van before this storm rolls in, and then I'm gonna cook some dinner. Looks level, feels level, must be level. All right, before I start cooking, I'm gonna take a shower, and I don't know if anyone cares to know how you shower in this thing, but I've never really shown you guys before, so I'll give you the rundown, I guess. Now, I'm not showering in this thing every single day. However, I have tested that out in the past, and when living in the van, there's a 21 fresh gallon tank and a 21 gray water tank. So being in here for about a week straight, washing your hands, brushing your teeth, doing the dishes, and showering every day, it can last 7 days. I explained this before, but water conservation is super important when it comes to showering. So you really have to be careful with how you're showering. I literally spray myself down, soap up, and spray myself off It's nice and quick. Not everyone's gonna like that, but it gets the job done and it feels great. Now, because I'm not showering in here every single day, I do have it set up as sort of a closet. If we take a look in here, I do have 2 of the bamboo rack shelves with me. I have one installed right here. Got a little air freshener on top, and then I have my towels hanging here to dry on this rod. I also keep my dirty laundry in here, so everything in here has a potential of being stinky, although with this air freshener, it's really not that bad. Of course, the first thing I have to do is clear out everything that I have going on in here. I technically don't have to take these out, but since it's just me in the van now, I'm going to. The whole purpose of these racks is to get wet and to allow things to dry. For now, I'm just gonna set them out here. Dirty clothing, I do have to explain to you guys how I've been doing my laundry. We'll cross that off in another video. And then I use this towel for the floor below me here. That way I'm not spilling water all over the van. And then my towel, throw it over the bench seat here and pop this rod out. Now, it's a small shower. I can press my head up against the ceiling of here. If you are much over 6 foot, like 6'2", 6'3", you're probably not going to enjoy showering in something this small, but for me, it's okay. Here you go. This is what it looks like in the shower. We got cold water and hot water right here, which I will actually turn on the hot water heater in a second. This is the shower head. It is low flow. I'll basically turn the water on and set the temperature, and then just use this stop and go little plunger here to get water, turn it off. Super good way to conserve water when you're in a van like this. A lot of people are curious about the toilet in a situation like this too, and I mean, it's right there in front of you. You could technically use it while you're showering if you wanted to, but yeah, I don't really use that all that much. And then over in the corner here, I have beard soap and body wash, shampoo, 3-in-1. Also, toilet paper down here. Full roll in there. I'm surprised it's actually not wet. It does have a water sealed compartment here, and I've never had any issues with that. So the hot water right here, if you want to use it, probably don't have to since it's like 90 degrees outside. Flip that and it's ready to go. So that's it. Now I'm gonna take like a 2-minute shower. Well, shower was amazing. Now it's time to cook some food because I really didn't eat a whole lot today other than a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for breakfast and then a salad. Now this was actually the first meal that I ever made in the van, and I did this without being plugged into power. This meal takes a while to make. However, since we're plugged in now, we can use as much electricity as we want. I'm gonna be making some jambalaya, even though I'll be over in New Orleans in a few days. I'm craving some right now, but I'm gonna make it a little bit differently. Instead of using smoked sausage or chicken or shrimp or anything like that, I actually like using hot, spicy Italian sausage. It's really good. Just get this pan hot. Trayvax Trek, as always. Shout out to Trayvax for sponsoring the SATvan. Pound of sausage just barely fits in there. I like to actually cut things in the pan if possible because that means I don't have to use a cutting board, less dishes, which means I can save water. So I'm gonna set these to the side for now. Now for the next step, 1 pot. Gonna fill it with 2 1/4 cups of water and then this mix. Cranking the heat up now because we gotta get all this stuff to a boil. Now that we got this boiling, I'm gonna add the sausage. Try not to get the grease in here. I also don't want to put the grease down my drain, so I'm gonna take this outside. Once all of that is in, simply mix it up. Make sure it's still boiling a little bit. Then I'm going to cover this up, reduce the heat, and I'm gonna let that simmer for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then it should be done. Set timer for 20 minutes. And we're done. This is seriously enough food to feed like 6 people. So hot, but damn good. Well, I'm gonna enjoy this now. Funny thing is, I was just looking at the map. I'm out here with absolutely zero reception, so I just have a downloaded Google map, and I was checking the point where I was gonna go boondocking and then checking out my current location, and I'm only like 3 miles away from where I was planning on going, and I would say that this is like just as far back into this like swampy marsh area, and we have power and water and this whole campground to myself. Whoa, it is lightning like crazy outside. Anyway, typically I would like to be boondocking and sort of like out off the grid, but when I'm in the deep south, Florida today, it's 9 o'clock outside and it's still 90 degrees out, I'm gonna prefer to have the AC on if possible. Anyway, since there's no reception out here, I'm going to throw on some music and enjoy this, so I'm not just sitting here in silence talking to myself, talking to you guys.